What's going on, guys? Pepperbella here, bringing you some Battlefield 3 gameplay. I am flying the Su-25TM Frogfoot. It's a Russian jet, and I'm defending on Caspian Border. You can see me immediately going in on a nosedive to engage this A-10, and I am just going to go ahead and say that I abruptly destroy the shit out of him, and it's pretty sweet, actually. I finally am happy I got Battlefield 3. I actually went to the midnight launch. I was waiting in line, and unfortunately I was the very last person in line, but you know, whatever, and I managed to get the game, and I finally drove home and installed everything on my Xbox and played through the campaign all night into the morning, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up, and then realizing that, oh shit, I need to finish off the campaign and then play some multiplayer, and you can see I just slammed into that guy just to, you know, shove in his face a little bit that I killed him. Actually, no, that was a huge piloting error. I completely meant not to slam into him, but, you know, whatever. Shit happens and more. And, yeah, so I got 21 minutes of gameplay for you. That's a pretty impressive amount of stuff, length of video that I have to commentate. I have to commentate for 21 minutes, and there's not much I can talk about other than the fact that this game is awesome, and that you should definitely get it. And that I love flying jets because it's fucking exhilarating and you can kill everything. And you, yeah, that's all I got for now. Anyway, I'll talk a little bit about the campaign, I guess. And as much as they were showing in trailers that the campaign was going to be like this huge, exhilarating, like, hell yes, this is the best thing ever, you know, above and beyond the call, like, I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one, hit me, you know, and all that counter Modern Warfare stuff that they're trying to, like, show that we're better. Problem is, as much as I hate to say this, I'm thinking Modern Warfare 3 might just have a better campaign than Battlefield, because Battlefield 3's campaign was lacking severely, and I noticed a lot of similarities to games like Black and Black Ops. Like, it doesn't make any sense how, oh, okay, I'm being interrogated, let's go back in time and show what to the story I'm telling you as you're interrogating. Like, I mean, it's been done 100 times before. They could have made something a little bit better, but it was kind of an enjoyable ride. It was like a crazy, like, roller coaster of shit that we just embark on and just go, like, on this crazy journey. And first you go with this it's kind of like a prologue, but the prologue is actually what happens towards the end of the game, which, speaking of which, the ending was incredibly disappointing. I'm not going to spoiler or do any spoiler stuff, but the ending was somewhat of a letdown. The missions didn't feel there was no really any contrast to the story or the campaign or anything. It was just kind of like, oh, haha, this is kind of boring. There's no real, you know, twists or no real, like, engaging story with the protagonist and everything, and, like, you don't really feel attached to characters like you would in, like, any other game. So I don't know, it's still a pretty good game. It's a fun ride to go on. It's more, I would consider it more as a preparation for, you know, it kind of has every element in it except for flying the helicopter and flying the jet. So you do get to experience what it's like to be in a jet, you know, sitting in the passenger seat playing as a chick, which you don't really matter because it's not like you can look down and see your chest and be like, yeah, I'm a girl, because you can't do that. I mean, you can look down, but there's nothing there because all you're seeing is the instrument panel. But regardless, it shows mostly what you'll need to know for multiplayer, like driving tanks. Thunder Run was a pretty sweet mission. But half the stuff you can do in that, you can't even do in the multiplayer yet. Like, you can zoom in with using your sights, obviously, on your tank. You know, the computerized thing that's right in front of you that you look through. That's how you aim your tank gun, and then you press a button that zooms it in. You can't do that. It's a gadget ability that you unlock later on. And what else is there? There's also the coax machine gun. So it's either you have one or the other. You can't have, like, yes, I have a coax, and I can zoom in, and I can pop smoke, and I can fly. You know, you can't do all that shit at the same time, so you have to balance it. It balances nicely, so that way no tank or nothing is overpowered. And it's, you know, the game feels very, very balanced, very nice. Jets, well, I mean, I go flawless in this match. I don't get shot down at all. Actually, I do take a little bit of damage. I think the lowest percentage I get is like 75% of damage, but for some reason I guess your jets, you know, kind of repair themselves automatically, which is really cool. But basically, me and my friend, and this is the cool thing, you all know, you're all familiar with Daniel, when I mentioned him in all my videos, you can see him there in my squad, and me and him were kind of just, it's kind of sweet, because he was my asset on the ground, and we were actually coordinating attacks, which was really cool. I would always have him, because for some reason when you're flying a jet, you can't spot shit. So you'd be pressing the back button, you can't spot anything. So I would always have him. If I'm flying over the base and I see the jet taking off, I'm like, oh shit, you know, I'll tell him on the ground to look up in the air, find it, and spot it for me. That way it's easier for me to track him. And he always would, and like 90% of the time, he would always find that jet flying around near me. He'd spot it, and boom, it would just be easy to track the guy, be able to take him out. And it was really, really good team coordination. And it was actually pretty impressive how he would give me strafing run targets, which was really cool. I'd be flying overhead, just kind of doing my thing, you know, looking all pretty and shit, going, oh, look at the sunset, look at the hills, look at the mountains, look at the dead people on the ground that look like ants. And that I can't kill for some reason, because every time I do a strafing run, I can't see humans, which is very depressing. But, you know, I'd always see tanks trying to, you know, like that right there, and the guys on the turret trying to shoot up at me, trying to take me out. And I'm just like, hell no! I'm in a jet, you can't touch me! Fuck you! You know, like trying to avoid them. And there's an example of what my buddy did. He just tagged him for me, so it made it a lot easier for me to track where he was going. Because especially when you're going into lower altitude engagements, like when they're really close to the ground, you can lose them very easily. Like right here, it's a little bit more difficult to see him when he's near tree lines and kind of blends in with the environment. So that way, having that red icon displaying where he is makes it very easy to see where he is. Makes it very easy to track him. And there's actually a lot of moments that you'll see later in this video that the guy's flying around doing his thing, and he crashes and dies for quite literally no reason. I'm not sure. I've never gotten shot down in a jet yet, so I have no idea if it's actually possible to lose hydraulics, lose any of those fundamental flying, instrumental, the things you need to make it work, right? Like you can lose an elevator in the back, and boom, all of a sudden you can't like change your pitch, or you lose an aileron, and then all of a sudden you're friggin' you can't roll left or right, you know, like stuff like that. I think those are the proper terms. I don't remember. Should have joined the Air Force, not the Army, which is kind of whatever. You know, this makes me wish I joined the Air Force. But the thing is, being a fighter pilot would be the hardest job ever. I mean, to get there, you have to go through so much schooling, you have to learn so much shit. The Army's just like, hey, here's a gun, do 5 push-ups, let's go kill some bitches. Sort of. It's not like that at all. It's a little bit more in-depth. I had to sit through classes like crazy my first few days, and that was a beautiful strafing run right there. As you can see, I got a double kill. There's a guy on a turret, guy in the gun, driving a tank. Swooped down on him, perfect burst of rounds right through it, just shredded him like paper. It was fucking awesome. Seriously, if you guys haven't gotten this game yet, you should definitely get it. And oh wait, yes, I probably haven't mentioned this yet. This is definitely on the Xbox 360 now. If you have a PC, my brother-in-law, we were both waiting in line actually, and he was playing downstairs in my basement on the projector screen that we have, because we have like a little movie theater room, and whatever. Point is, that's not a big deal. And he was playing on that, and I was playing in my room on my HDTV, and we were kind of comparing. Like it was kind of funny because when we were playing through the campaign, I would do a mission, he'd be up here watching me, be like, okay, let's go see how the PC looks. And then we'd run downstairs and he'd play the PC mission, and be like, okay, let's go back upstairs, and like we'd be comparing it over and over again. That's what we were doing the whole night, consisted of that up until 6 in the morning. It's kind of ridiculous, and the differences are pretty huge. The graphical differences, his PC, he's going to buy a new video card because he has a pretty good CPU processors. I think he has like more than a quad core. I don't remember what it is. Just his video card is lacking, but the game looks roughly the same on the settings he had on his PC and mine. They looked almost identical. So for those of you that are thinking the 360 version is like super dumbed down, they look pretty close. In fact, I actually prefer my 360 version right now, but a clearly maxed out 60 frame per second PC version of this is obviously going to look way better, especially when you got anti-aliasing, all those color correctors and all that crazy awesome PC jargon, which makes me wish I would have got this for PC as well, which I'm probably going to do later, because I mean, comparing them, I mean, damn, the PC version's like superior with a 64-player multiplayer. Like I couldn't believe that 64-player multiplayer. Like everyone you see on one in this match right now would be on one team. Like that's insane. Like everyone in this game right now would be just one team. Like you think about that, and it's like it's mind-blowing how like holy shit, that's crazy. And I'm not sure if the maps are bigger because I haven't really seen the PC's gameplay, how Caspian Border looks. I'm pretty sure, well actually I've seen part of it and it looks more massive than this. This kind of looks small actually. Like, I remember seeing him running down a hill for like 30 minutes, trying to get to the action. For me, it's like I get in a jet, I'm flying across it in less than like 5 seconds, which is kind of annoying, but you know, whatever. You know, what can you do? You just gotta go with it. And as you can see, I have my heat seekers, which are very lovely. And later on in this match, you'll actually see that I'm start to go up against people who know what they're doing in the jet. A lot of guys get in it, like this guy right here, has no idea what the hell he's doing with his life. Makes it very easy for me to shoot him down. There's a lot of noobs I think they can fly jets, and they're easy pickings for me. I mean, I kind of enjoy it, you know, just go after them. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and you just take them out. Problem solved. It's awesome. And but later on, you're gonna see I actually go up against someone. My friend Danny01 in my squad. He actually has a stinger, and we're both tag teaming this guy, which was really cool because he was firing stingers up at him. I'm flying behind him, just launching heat seekers at him, and we were trying to time it perfectly. And because you can only pop flares, I think it's like every 30 seconds or something. Like, it's a very, very open or wide open window in between flare shots. So like if you time that perfectly, you can really deal some damage. So I was coordinating with him. I'm like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna fire a stinger at him. I'm gonna see him pop his flares, and then as soon as he does, I'm gonna swoop in behind him, acquire a lock with my jet, fire 2 rockets at him. That way, you know, 2 missiles at him. He's not gonna be able to dodge it because he just uses flares like right away. So he's pretty much gonna get hit no matter what. So both of them hit him, but they don't take him out because it takes 3 missiles or 3 heat seekers to destroy a jet. But I mean, I usually like going after these guys with my cannons because it feels so like old school and like Top Gun. You know, I can't have. I mean, where's Goose? Like, he's, you know, freaking eject out of this jet and he's gonna break his neck or something. Like, I feel like Maverick just going on a hunt to kill the shit out of everyone, holding Goose's dog tags in my hands, like, yes, come on, and like, you know, locking in on everyone. And it's actually really intense because it does feel like that. I mean, I honestly thought I was like in Top Gun. I mean, like, you know, you've seen the movie Top Gun. He's got the ring. You have to get the other jet in the ring, acquire a lock, and fire a shot. It's very much the same. Trying to perform maneuvers to get behind the guy, get a perfect angle on him, and understanding the maneuvers. Because I played a lot of flight simulator games when I was younger. Now you can probably tell just by the way I fly. I'm very calm, very relaxed in how I maneuver the jet. It's a little bit different on Xbox, of course, compared to a joystick, especially when it's more arcadey. Like, I used to play like hardcore flight simulators where it's like you pull 1G too much and you know, you're blacking out and you can't see shit. You know, I used to be obsessed with games like that, and oh man, that was my whole childhood. I just used to play the shit out of flight simulators. My most recent one was IL-2, which I've mentioned, I think, in last commentary, maybe about a year ago. It's been a long time. But IL-2, I used to be with this kind of group of guys that one of them was actually a real F-18 pilot. He served in Iraq, which was really cool, and it was kind of funny because I put him to shame sometimes. I remember one time we were doing a Pearl Harbor mission, and after coming back, we had to land on an aircraft carrier. And out of the 10 of us, I was the only one able to land. And it was kind of funny. He's like, "Okay, that's it. I'm not fucking around. I'm gonna do this for real." Because he's like seeing it, you know. I mean, come on. A teenager like my age, well, not anymore. I was like 3 years ago. I'm like 18 now, and I'm in the Army. But yeah, that doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But you know, he's just like, you know, some kid that I just barely know can land a freaking plane in a flight simulator, but I can't, and I'm a real goddamn pilot. Like, what is this shit? You know, like, I can understand where he'd be like, no, that's you can't put me to shame. This is a joke. You know, I got to step it up. And it's really cool because he actually would sit. We'd get in a game together, just me and him, and he would actually teach me like real life flight maneuvers that you would perform, like the Spiral of Death, the Immelman, a whole bunch of maneuvers you can perform to get the edge on your opponent. And it's really cool because I've learned so much from that guy, and I've actually learned so much just from playing flight simulators over the course of my life, all the way up until I started discovering FPSs, which my first one I think was like Delta Force, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned before. Delta Force back in 1998. Holy shit, man, that game rocked my world. Then Delta Force 2, then Land Warrior. Didn't get Task Force Dagger until like 2 years ago, which is kind of a shame, but whatever, you know. And then I got Black Hawk Down, which fucking set my mind on fire. And, you know, stuff like that. I remember the Novalogic games used to be really hardcore, and those were the flight simulators I actually played, like the F-22 Raptor, F-16, then there's the MiG-29. So I was familiar with how a lot of these games and how a lot of the flight simulator aspects played. So playing an arcade game like this is a joke to me because it's like you don't have to worry about all these other factors like you know, fuel consumption, how much ammo you have, like all the minor huge things that matter a lot when you're flying around in engagement. This, you just have unlimited fuel, you have unlimited ammo, you have unlimited flares, you have like unlimited everything. You know, there's nothing that you can't even black out, you can't red out, you can't anything. So it's like, it's really easy to fly a jet in this compared to like flight simulators. So you can see how a lot of it translates over from what I've done in the past. And Battlefield 3 kind of reconnects with my childhood of how I, you know, flying jets again. You know, it kind of reminds me of all the cool moments I've had back in the day, but with better graphics now. Because I mean, come on, the 90s, flying a jet in the 90s looked ridiculous compared to flying a jet in video games now. It's like, yeah, you know, really cool graphics, and you're actually killing players, which is sweet. And I think it's coming up the moment where the jet takes off and we go after each other, and I don't know exactly where it is. Now you can see I always do that. I always fly around, disable the jet, so it's kind of like damaged. So when the guy gets in, he's like, "Oh, sad face," and ruin his day. But then he just sits in it for like 3 seconds longer, and it fully repairs, and then he takes off, and then I just go after him and shoot him down again. And you know, so it's good fun. And this is it right here. You can see I start to get engaged. You know, the guy's firing shit at me. I'm using my flares to dodge him, which I'm doing perfectly, actually. You can't even touch me. It's hilarious. Every time he takes a shot at me, it's like I wait for it right to get near me and then pop the flares, and misses. And I had no idea what it was, and then all of a sudden, you see him just fly right there. You can see him right in the corner. He just pops out of nowhere, and then right there I immediately thought, okay, now I know what I'm doing. I'm engaging a jet. The whole time I thought it was some guy on the ground trying to shoot me. And then, you know, it was actually a jet in the sky. So this is what I was talking about. Me and him are engaging each other. My friend's on the ground using stingers. We're both trying to tag team this guy in a non-homosexual way. And, you know, we're going at it, and this guy's popping flares like a motherfucker. It actually made it pretty difficult. This is the most challenging dogfight I've been in so far in this game. But he slams into the ground, and it was done. And that was that. And that was that. There was nothing more to it. I think there was actually another engagement later. That wasn't him at all, actually. That was a completely wrong guy. I am appalled. So never mind. The guy coming up. I think so. I'm fucking... This is a 21-minute long video. I have no idea. I had so many engagements, so many great moments. You're going to see it coming up, though. There's one guy that I go after, and he's popping flares. And he should be coming up sometime soon. I don't know. The video's almost over. This is getting ridiculous. And it sucks because we end up losing this match. And I was kind of pissed, too, because we were almost done it. Like... We would have been finished this, if you look in the video, it might have been, when the hell was it? It was a long time. Actually, it was right here, I think. We have like 5 kills left we need to get. I think that's what it says there, I can't see. And then they end up taking the last objective. And I'm like, what? That's bullshit, man. We only need to kill like this many more people. How'd you let that happen? He's like, oh, I did it on purpose because I wanted the game to last longer because we're having fun. And I was like, you asshole! Why would you do that? And I was all like... That's not the way this works. We're supposed to win and get good gameplay, you dick. But instead, he made us lose by letting them take it. And, oh, look at that. A text message. Ha! Would you look at that? It's a text message from him telling me to get on Battlefield. But, I'm not going to do that until this video is over. Because, you know, I got a little bit to talk about. This video is almost done. This is 21 minutes. Give me a break. I know this commentary is not going to be, like, the best entertaining thing ever. And, I think I'll talk a little bit about what's going to happen in the next little while. I remember in my video when I made a Blacklight video, which speaking of which, Blacklight Retribution beta coming out this weekend, which also relates to what I'm going to talk about, like that I was just about to talk about. How you guys are all familiar with me joining the army. I'm going through my basic and all that crap, all that good stuff. Well, apparently instead of going away for a whole month for the 60, if it's like 30, depends on how many days it is. Usually you go away for a month, you do your basic, you come back, and then you're graduated, and you're all like, yay, I can wear the uniform with honor, you know, stuff like that. Not that I don't already wear the uniform, but you know what I mean. Apparently it's been spread out, so it's like every second weekend. So I already went 2 weekends ago. I'm going this weekend again, which kind of is a good thing, because it gives me I'm making some pretty good money, and I'm also being able to have a lot of time to make videos. Now, of course, I haven't made a video in 2 weeks because I've been kind of busy, you know. I've been like, because I've, you know, being that gamer, you're not really the physically fit type now. You know, I'm above average, which is, you know, decent. I can do my, you know, everything perfectly fine. I've been actually going crazy in the physical aspect for the last 2 weeks, which is why I haven't been producing a lot of videos, so I'm a lot more in shape now, and I'm all like, hell yeah, let's go bench press some dead terrorists, you know, like stuff like that. I'm all pumped now for the army, and we're going back this weekend, and it's every second weekend, so that's pretty much that's the situation I have right now, is every second weekend I'll be going out and doing my training, coming back home, have 2 weeks to work on pretty much nothing, and then go back again, and so I'll have a lot of time to make videos, is bottom line, and you know, it's going to be quite fun indeed, especially how Skyrim's coming out, and when that comes out, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything physical for a very long time. Maybe I'll dress up in Daedric armor, sprint on my treadmill. That'd be pretty sweet, and just charge and sing the Skyrim theme at the top of my lungs. And that'd be kind of cool. You're kind of gay too, really nerdy. But anyway, the video's coming to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was pretty long, but if you made it through, congratulations. So you can see my score, you know, whatever. So guys, please remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Take care, guys.